Locate the 5-liter bottle and close the plastic clamp. Fill the bottle with 4 liters of deionized water. Move other people's stupid ash buckets out of your way. Plug in the hot plate and set it to high heat. Loosely place the stopper and pipette in the lid. Let the tank sit for 30 minutes on high heat. After 30 minutes, locate S1, S2, and S3 solutions. There they are. Add a stir bar and turn on the stir. Locate the pipette dispenser and pipettes. This is the dispenser. Notice each one of the pipettes has a label on it. Use pipette number 1 to dispense 8 milliliters of solution S1 into the tank. Also add 8 milliliters of S2. Then 40 milliliters of S3. Take this hose here and jam it onto the pipette. Then turn on your nitrogen. That's going to be located in this tank here. Make sure the nitrogen is sparging thoroughly through the tank. Leave it stirring and with the heat on for another 30 minutes until it's close to 90 to 95 degrees Celsius. After 30 minutes has gone by, turn the heat off. Unplug the hot plate as to not leave it plugged in after you've removed the tank. Find these gloves. Put them on your hands. With the nitrogen still running, put the tank into an empty sink. Then, find the drain stopper. Put it in the drain. Fill the tank with water. Don't leave the sink while it's filling! Once it reaches the 5,000 milliliter mark, you can turn the sink off. Open the freezer. Get the ice. Put it in the sink. Just like that. Yeah, that'll cool her down. Allow the nitrogen to continue sparging for 30 minutes. Find the thermometer. Damn it! Measure the temperature of the solution and wait for it to hit 35 degrees Celsius, at which point you can drain the sink. Move the bottle back to the hot plate. Shift this thing back around. Plug it in! Make sure the heat is off, but the stir is on. Put on your lab coat.
They just snapped.
Oh, shit. Now, add 8 mils of S4 to the tank. You should notice an immediate color change back to a very dark gray-black color in the solution. Smells like sulfur, right? If not, you have failed. Add 10 grams of sodium bicarbonate. Now you need to add 400 milliliters of homogenized sludge. Find the digester. There it is. Find the plug. There it is. Plug it in and turn it on. Look at that sludge mix. Turn it off after, 10 to 30 seconds. And while the sludge is still moving around, quickly pull your 400 ml sample by popping off the top and draining 400 mils. Replace the top to keep the system anaerobic. Measure the pH. Then write it on this clipboard. Add your 400 milliliters of sludge to your tank that is slowly mixing and still being sparged with nitrogen. Take the ice out of the sink. Put it back in the freezer! Rinse your sludge bottle with DI water. Find this thing. I usually keep it on the sink. Attach it to the ring stand by first finger tightening around the base, and then using the small crescent wrench to tighten securely. Don't overdo it, because if you break this, we are screwed. Pick up the tube coming off the bottle of the tank. Jam it into the bottom of the thing. It's kind of difficult, so take your time. There you go. Unlock the little plastic valve. Take about 100 milliliters of your solution by moving this thing up and down. Collect the sample in your rinsed out sludge bottle. Take the pH of this sample, which should be about black. Write that pH on the bottom of the sample sheet so that we know the starting pH of all of our materials. Add back 400 milliliters of deionized water and one of the 20-gram tubes of dog food to the digester. Oh, come on! Every friggin' day, this thing just... half of it's on the ground. This is ridiculous. Close the digester. Turn the digester on for 10 seconds to mix the new food. Turn it off, unplug it, and store the wire. Now you're ready to actually start filling your bottles. Take your bottle with your pre-weighed sample. Use this broken thing to put about 100 milliliters of sample into it. You're not going to be able to do it accurately with the thing, so you're going to have to use a gradation on the side of the bottle. Then, jam this pipette into it and turn on your nitrogen. If it's not high enough of a sparging rate, you can change the setting on the tank, which is almost empty. When the tank empties, go to the closet and get a new one because we ordered one specifically for when this runs out. Repeat these steps over and over, continuously adding your 100 mils of solution to your bottles and sparging as you work your way down the line through your samples. After you've filled up your station, it's time to start working your way down it again. Fill up your next bottle, bring it over here, and cap your first sample that's been fully sparged. By removing it, quickly placing the rubber cap on it, placing the aluminum cap on it, and then making sure that the crimper is firmly tightened, apply pressure to seal the bottle. Now, this is ready to go into the incubator. Repeat this 39 more times until you've completed the day's samples. Then, turn off the gas. Once you've placed your sample bottles in the incubator, it's time to start cleaning up. Lock the clamp, pop this thing off, unscrew this, and turn off your stir plate. Empty the contents of your tank into the sink. It should only be a few hundred milliliters if you've bottled all of your samples correctly. Rinse off your stir bar and your pipette. Don't break it. We're pretty much out of these glass pipettes. Set aside on the sink to dry, and then you can use the sink with light pressure to fill up your little filler thing. Just keep working it around. You can rinse the tank using just water. You can try finding a brush, maybe even a little bit of soap. You'll find it's pretty much permanently stained, but that's okay. Then set it on the sink to dry, because in 20 hours you're going to be using it again. Look at that!